Man, that's a good intro, brother.
It's hard to hold the energy back here at EXP. I ain't gonna lie, it's real. But Sekou, thank you for being on the Great Live show today. We are grateful and blessed to have you. You're a man of power and perspective in real estate, and I'm honored to have you on this show today, man. Me too.
Thank you so much, Grant. First, let me go ahead and preempt this and do a disclaimer. They are literally tearing my bathroom apart and putting it back together. So if you hear any construction in the background, it's well deserved. And I'm not going to stop them because I need it to be done today. I don't need any more waiting for that, right?
That's right. You're doing a little bit of remodel work, and we're closing a vacation rental on the beach in Pismo Beach, California today. Or tomorrow. Tomorrow.
You know, that's what that was Bugs Bunny for me. Every time Bugs Bunny came on, he was going to either Pismo Beach or Palm Springs. There we go. That's where he was going.
And you know, all this, that house, and I'm sure you're remodeling of the home and different things, for me, is all part of EXP because the abundance that they give us as agents. And that almost, I mean, that really touches the heart because it's real. And I just like to broadcast the truth about this. This is awesome. So let's talk about a little bit about that today. And maybe you start off by what were your challenges and situations in real estate before you came over to EXP Realty, and how has that benefited you? What has it done for you? Tell us a little bit about.
You know, Greg, I operate sometimes in the blank spaces, in the cracks and crevices of business. I am blessed to be at the crossroad between opportunity and skill, right? So I've got unique skills, and there has not often been the opportunity to apply my unique skills to business. What EXP has done is this is the first time in 22 years that any company has really offered to partner with me. I mean, genuinely partner with me, share equity, share revenue, share growth, et cetera, et cetera. I have helped to develop some of the larger names in business, larger names in real estate, and never have been given an equity share in it. Yes, some people would say, you know, I'll share profit back with you. And that was a good idea. And I gave them props for that. And it never seemed to really hit that button. And if even one owner, one broker had just said, man, this guy talks to 500 agents a month and he brings, 30 agents a month over and this and that. Why don't I give him an equity share of this business and see what he does with it? Who knows where they would have gone? This is what's happened over at EXP. My partner, Dave DeVoe, and myself, we spend a lot of time and energy in developing other agents and making sure that the other agents' lives are wonderful and bountiful and abundant. And this is the first company that we've come to who said, hey, you do a good job here. Why don't you just see what else you could do with that whole region over there or that whole this or the company? And the rest has just been amazing. We've had amazing growth. No exaggeration. The bathroom, the house, the lifestyle is paid for by the sweat equity that we've grown.
Absolutely. And that is true. So one of the things in summary is you saw opportunity. You were bringing agents over to your other brokerage, as was I, and really getting paid maybe a dinner ticket or maybe nothing but a thank you, that a boy on the back. And
that a boy.
I brought a total of about 21, 22 agents. I know 21 for sure between Keller Williams and Remax over the years, and really, really never got paid. Sekou. I mean, I go, wait a minute. And I was grinding out, closing many, many transactions every year. And I was focused on that. And then, so I was looking at, man, what is my issue here? My challenge is, at one point, how can I turn these sales into growth, have more abundance, better systems, and have passive income coming in? And I saw that, and I heard about EXP. Now, that was about 3 years ago I heard about EXP. Everybody's in a timeline. But for me, it was about 3 years and 3 months ago. And some of the bigger teams and agents at Remax and KW had went over to EXP and were telling me about it. And I said, and I looked at the model, and I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't believe it. I go, come on now.
Yeah, yes. That was me. Yes.
Every time I took a piece of paper and I looked at the next thing, I go, nah. And so I'm gonna be honest, I didn't believe it. I said, nah, I'm not gonna leave the powerhouse where I'm at I'll pass on the passive income. I'll pass on the stocks, right? Basically the retirement. I'll pass on the reduced medical and health if I want it. I'll pass on the strategies, the online training, the direct access to the broker. I'll pass on the bigger splits. I'll pass on the cap. I'll pass on the icon and getting your 16,000. I'm going to pass on all this, right? And I'm thinking, what the hell am I talking about? I'm going to pass on this, you know. And no, I'm serious. And it took other agents, and then my wife said, "You need to take a better look at this." So I started interviewing agents across the nation, right, that had moved from bigger companies like Remax and Keller Williams and others, and I was talking to them because that I trusted them, right? And they said, "Greg, it's real." And a matter of fact, it gets better, right?
Yeah,
it gets better. It's like opening a Christmas gift. And you have something like a big sweater in there, and then you open it up and you got something special inside there, like a new ring, a new watch, right? Yeah. So
you're raising the bar. You're raising the bar for gifts right now. My wife can hear us.
So all that was happening. I spent 17 months, Sekou, 17 months interviewing agents to find out the truth, looking for, gotcha. This isn't real. This isn't true.
Right.
They're switching and baiting on us, all of that. So I went with a mindset it's not real. And after 17 months, it was real. And I've been here now 17 more months. October 2nd, 2019. I actually have that written down because it's that important of a day. And I'm glad that I did, because 17 months later, it's only gotten better.
It's only gotten better.
And there's so much to share, more than we can even share on this podcast, right?
Right. Can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a really, really quick story, right? So this falls right in line with the module that you're doing today, the focus of the energy that we're putting out there and how we're helping to shape lives. So when I was leaving Keller, right, my whole team was leaving Keller. There was us and a few other teams that were going behind it. And all of us were very grateful for the opportunities that we had there. We were an expansion team. I had 9 different teams that I was sort of in charge of, team leading, I guess you could say, right? That was my company. And the DeVoe group was really interested in making it work, right? And so like you were doing your research for 17 months and things like, we went right to the source. We kept going to team leaders, to OPs, we went all the way up to let me just say that Dave and someone else that has a real big guitar collection sat in a room for 4 hours and talked. Let's just say that, right? I'm not going to say any names because I think there might even be an NDA, right? So we get to the point where we get to the point where we're going to go. We've made the decision. We're not keeping it secret. We're telling folks, we're going to go. We're all above board. And there was a panic in the market center, our main market center, because $600 million worth of business was leaving. Right. And so, I mean, there has to be some sort of reaction to that. Right. My team was responsible for 200. There was 6 or 7 other teams that were responsible for millions of dollars worth of business, and we were all leaving. And I said to one of the leadership, I won't say who or how, I said to one of the leadership, I said, it's odd that all of this reaction has been happening to us leaving, but not once have you asked us to stay. And they were like, huh? I was like, yeah, you've gone through all of this other stuff, but not once have you asked us to stay. And so they were like, well, they like brushed all the stuff off the table. Like, can we get you to stay? Like, what can we do to get you to stay? There's other NDA stuff that was offered. We're not going to deal with that. Right. And I said, I tell you what, I will get our whole team to stay if you could tell me the name of one person that you personally coached to capping. And there was silence. And I said, what's really, really odd is that you couldn't even tell me the name of one person that was close to capping, whether you did it personally or not. And I said that you probably could have kept our whole team here if you had just stayed in culture and had a cup of coffee with any one of the people on my team. I said, sayonara. And then we left. Yeah. And since being here, man, every single stage, like you said, has rang true. It is rang absolutely like truer than I thought business could ring. I thought business it had to be cutthroat. I thought that we had to compete with each other. And nothing is the same, down to the way that I interact with clients and customers. I am sending people across the country to talk to you, to talk to Dave, to talk to, Kyle. And I am absolutely confident that they're going to get the same amount of service, if not more, than if they were talking to me directly.
Yeah, it's true. We have that culture here with the EXP of just law of abundance, right? We give out, it's going to come back. And in our podcast, and I've seen yours too. I watch them. I'm watching. And let me tell you, it's good energy and it's positive, and we don't hold anything back, and there's nothing hidden. There's no agenda except we want you to have what we have.
Yes.
We want you to see this opportunity that's real. It almost brings tears to my eyes. That's how real it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I had similar situations, growth, abundance, systems, and all of that. And when I came over to EXP after all the investigation and I moved, it's creating a life of abundance now, to where I can actually slow down, not a lot, a little bit on the work, 65, 70 hours to a little bit less. And I'm taking that extra time and energy and I'm focusing it on agents to show them and give them the opportunity that was so graciously given to me. And
right.
And that is a feel-good story. When I see them, I got agents under me now that are in training, some brand new, some experienced, and they're like excited, like, wow, what a difference. I go, yes, this is the way real estate should be.
Yeah.
Should be. And now we're here, we've arrived, and that's what it's done for me. It's allowed me, and I'll share some of this, because I want people to understand it's allowed me to help other people to slow down a little bit in the sales and still work at a high level because of the systems and the tools that are available through it, right? And access to top agents like yourself and people doing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 transactions a year. You can contact with them. You can set appointments with them, no charge. These are the kind of tools that I'm talking about.
It's expected.
Yeah.
It's expected. It's not even that it's no charge. It's like, whoa, how come you didn't put him on a call with me? I had that problem before. I could talk to him about it. Set up a call. I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's allowed me then to focus a little bit more on the training of newer agents and watching them be successful. And then they see the revenue share, the stocks, right? The training, all of the tools that and opportunities that EXP has, and what it's done for them. I'm watching what it's doing for them, and what it's done for me from that perspective is help them, but also, honestly, the have the house that I wanted, have the it's given me the sports car that I've been after. It's given me relationships with top people like you. So it's done both the world, the material things, and also the relationships, and helping and taking that and playing it forward to the other agents to get part of this too, right?
It's a blessing, like you say. It's incredibly surprising, and it should not be. I think is the thing that if agents are learning to ask the right question. I spend a lot of time with the big blue ocean. I spend a lot of time with the agent that's brand new, or the agent that can't figure out how to break from doing rentals into sales, or how to break into actually building a life around their sales and their listings. And what I find is that the information that they get is quite often poisoned with the disappointment of the agents that have come before them, right? So they go to XYZ company, everybody has this big altruistic goal. I want to help people. I'm a people person. And then the cold reality of real estate sets in, and everybody goes off to their corner. And you join a company that has a name, and you have name brand agents and big high producing agents, but no one's talking to each other. No one's helping each other out, because if I help you, then that's a crumb off of my plate. And that is going to be detrimental to my entire universe. So I'll do this briefly. Anecdotally, I have probably maybe 30% of the agents that are a part of my commitment to capping stuff that happens every night, right, are brand new agents. Of those 30% that are brand new agents, all of them have deals under contract. Everybody that's in our commitment to capping, you can go and poll them. They have something going on, a listing, a buyer, an offer, commercial, rental. They have something under contract, and they're so giddy about it. And they're talking with agents who are also in the business for years, sometimes decades, who are like, okay, calm down. Now let's leverage that deal. And this is all happening on the East Coast at 8 p.m. And so the question that they ask is, where else can I find a broker or a trainer or a coacher or a team leader or anybody that has done these deals that are willing to sit down with me every night and just hold me accountable to what I said I was going to do? It's been an amazing ride. And like you said, Greg, man, I get encouraged by the ability that we have to do this. We have the ability to do this. There's nobody yelling at us saying, "Oh, whoa, hey, you're giving deals away and you're giving." Dude, Greg, I have 167 leads in the last 24 hours because of the KV Core software.
Yeah, KV Core. Oh, by the way, I got to throw this in there. I know we may not be supposed to do this. A $500 lead platform for every agent on the team, right? And and you get all these leads coming in. Don't let your broker charge you for these. Now it's $500 free per agent over here at EXP, and these leads come in. I've got more leads that I couldn't follow up with all of them. But why? I've had 4 agents today. Go ahead.
No, keep going. I'm going to show you.
Interruption on the leads is I love it, right? Yeah, I've had 4 agents going back to the culture, right, and being helpful to the other agents on this cell phone this morning in my office during my call time in the morning for sellers, buyers, and lead generation that's coming in. I got 4 calls from 2 agents that are with me that I brought into EXP. And you know why I answer the phone every time they call over even a lead, Sekou? Because that's our culture. Because we do get paid. We do get paid to help them in a way from the revenue share, but they don't pay it. The company does. And that allows us to free up our time to help them so everybody's successful, right?
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
And if you're leaning in, they're leaning in. And be honest with you, Greg, I'm looking at stuff like the stocks and the bonds and things like that. And I would have never looked at it before. Uh-oh, we lost Greg. I'm going to keep going just in case. How are you, everybody? Yeah, so I look at the stocks and bonds. This is an example of what I'm talking about, by the way. This is my leads for today. There's my leads for today.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going and going. This is 3 hours worth of leads. There's 27 leads in the last hour and a half. Greg, so one of the things that I wanted to point out, I don't know, you snapped out of frame for a second. Somebody probably called you or something.
Yeah, no. I'm going to be honest. I hit something on my keyboard out of excitement.
Yeah, let's go. Listen, I don't know what you're doing. So that's part of the beauty. 10
seconds to get back on, but I'm glad I did, man. That was good. All right.
Yeah, so part of the beauty of this thing is that we're building the plane while we're flying the plane, right? And you and I are cross country, right? So we've got 3,000 miles between us, and happening instantaneously is that all of your friends are seeing us, and all of my friends are seeing you, and anybody that I know that's over there in California is going to work with you. I can recruit or agent attract. I know we're not supposed to say the word recruit, Greg.
Yeah, exactly.
I can attract agents to the company that locally can work with you, and our fire grows. You can attract agents on your side of the world that are in New Jersey and in New York that can work with me, and we can grow. And the real bottom line is that the level of support is now overlapping. It's like a Venn diagram of support, training, coaching, lead gen, all of these things that agents need, whether they're a new agent or an experienced agent, and we've got it in spades. We've got it in spades. We're playing at the highest level possible.
Beautiful. And you know what? I leave it up to a power greater than myself for that to happen. Whoever they gravitate to, Sekou, is my blessing on it. Because people they gravitate to, they connect with. They go, I like him, I like her, and that's totally cool with me. You know what I mean? Because the law of abundance says there's plenty enough to help everybody. And we are blessed at this company above what I can even
be able to help.
We can't fit it in. We if we tried to fit it all in this podcast, we'll be here for another hour, and people won't hang out that long. So,
I'll tell you what, Greg. This is what I've learned about abundance: is that when I give away, I get so much in return. I get so much in return, right? So I spend most of my time if we looked at my downline, if we looked at my personal lines, I've only got a few agents on the front lines, but I've got hundreds of agents down below. It's because I spend more of my time building them up.
Yeah, you love to help them, and you feel good.
Yeah.
And you also you go on to the EXP World ShareWorks, and you see the abundance there.
Whoa!
And then like they say, money isn't everything, but it sure makes life a whole lot easier. And if
it sure is something.
If you can come to a company and do the same
my
thing,
leads.
It's
See my leads. They never stop.
So you come to a company where you can actually still sell a lot of real estate, right? And help other people and get paid passive income. My question is to all the agents out there, why wouldn't you do that? It's just an opportunity.
So this is what I say. Greg has done all the research for you. He's done a year and a half worth of research for you. Step up and just ask him some questions and stand on the shoulders of greatness. If I was to be an agent that was looking for answers and I had to figure out where to find the answers, I would say it like this. If somebody is waving their hand and waving the flag and saying, hey, ask me any question you want. I'll tell you any answer that you want to hear. I'm going to give it to you square business and the truth. And if you choose to come this way, you do. And if not, I'll show you all the best practices that you can do and go in the other way. I'm going to go to Greg. Greg, you're more than welcome to send anybody my way that you need me to help you with. And I hope I could do the same. I know I could do the same, but I said I hope because, that's how we do.
and I will say the same thing back to you, Sekou, is your energy, the amount of agents that you brought on to give an exceedingly great life. And I've seen some of them just go from where they were at, brand new agents, or from where they're at, to exceedingly greatness within this company in short order. So, guys, don't hesitate to get a hold of Sekou. His information will be there for you. He's there to help and answer all your questions too, because we just want to help anybody that wants the information. Sekou, is there any final thought before we get off?
I have one final thought.
Yes.
The summer is coming. The COVID is lifting and all of these restrictions are lifting and things like that. At some point, you and I got to get together and throw something on the grill, because I damn sure want to see how the other side lives.
Hey, are you going to the Icon event in Vegas this November?
I will most likely, and I say most likely, be there because November, all of my like 50% of my kids, their birthdays in November. So
okay. That's an option. We can do that. If not, I'll have me and my wife fly down there and see you where you're at.
Yes, sir.
Because I want to show you give you my time and my appreciation. Thank you so much.
My brother. Thank you.
Have a blessed day. My honor to you. Have a good day now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.